Today we'll see important interview question, why there is need to use generics. Why can't we use simple collection like ArrayList? So you can see on the screen that we have one class called as a pizza store, okay, and we have ArrayList pizzas, which we are filling with all the names or types of the pizzas. Um, at the constructor of the pizza store class. All right, so suppose right now we just have five types of pizzas available. All right, now in the program.cs what we are doing is we are creating object of the pizza store class, and then we are creating ArrayList pizza list, which will give us all the pizzas available at the store. And then we are using a for each loop to loop through the pizza list, and we just print the name of the pizza. All right, now this in for each loop what we are doing is we are looping for a type string name from the list of the pizza. So right now we are assuming that this array list will give us back nothing but string list. All right, so let's run the program and see. Okay, so it is printing all the pizzas from the store. That is fine. Now let's see what can go wrong and why do we need generics. All right, so suppose there is one more pizza that comes into the picture, and a developer tries to add a new pizza type. Okay, and by mistake suppose he adds a number instead of the name of the pizza. Okay, so this mistake can be done by a developer, or if this data is coming from the database, and if somehow if instead of the name there is some garbage data filled inside a row, then that can be added to the this array list, which is a non-string value. Okay, I'm highlighting again that this is a non-string value. Now let's move back to the program that actually using this array list. Okay, so this program is working fine as long as everything in this array list is a string. All right, now due to some mistake, now this pizza list is having a number also. So at the last iteration it is going to crash. So now if we run the program, as you can see, it is getting a runtime exception, that system invalid cast exception. Okay, it is because it is retrieving a number 4 and it is trying to convert it into a string in the for each loop, which is not possible as it is a number. So in a in a non-generic kind of array list, there is a possibility of such kind of runtime exceptions if the type of data mismatches. All right, so let's see how generics is going to solve this problem. Okay, so let's go back to here. Now instead of array list, now we want to use generics. Okay, so to do that, first step is we use system.collections.generic. Okay, and next change is instead of array list we are going to use a generic list, that is denoted as a list, and here we tell what type of the list, what data type this list is going to contain. So right now pizza names are nothing but the strings, so we are going to use strings. All right, so I can now remove the first kind of array list. Now here you can see that I'm trying to add a number 4 here, right? And now let's see if I try to compile this. All right, it is not compiling, so it is telling you that you cannot add a non-string value to the list, as you are specifically telling that this list is going to have only and only strings. All right, so now it is not going to compile at all. So let's see. Now I'm trying to build it again. All right, so here also we need to change the data type because our return type will be now list of strings. All right, so let's build this again. Okay, and here also where we are using this list, here also we need to convert it to array list. All right, so now this store is going to return a generic list and not a array list. So that's why we need to create a variable of type list strings. All right, so now if I save it and compile it, it is going to compile. All right, so now what happened is when we use a generic, it is not allowing us to add values that are not uh, proper type of where you describe the list. All right, so when you say list of string, then you can add only strings into the list. When you say list of integers, then you can add only integers to that list. Okay, so this assures type safety. Okay, so that is the first advantage of using generics. Okay, and second thing is if we use generic, then where you actually use that generic, you don't need to typecast it, because you know that this list is going to give you back string only. So directly you can iterate through the list, and you can assure that you are going to get back a string only. So there is no need to do the typecasting um, at the point where you are using the list. So that is a second advantage of the generic. All right, so first advantage I can write here is type safety. Okay, and second is no need to explicit type casting. All right, so this is something you can tell to your interviewer about generics. Okay, hope you understand the concept. Thank you.